Mean girls get nothing, and here's why. You were the good girl, and they didn't appreciate you. So you decided to change. You became tough, independent, unshakable. But something still feels off. Mean girls get nothing either. They don't get love, they don't get true respect, they don't get freedom. They just change their method of control. And today we'll break down why being tough isn't the opposite of being nice. It's just another trap. Why this isn't real power, but compensation. And how to finally find true freedom. My name is Lana Bugela, and I help women break free from the programs that secretly control their lives. If you're tired of extremes and want to find your true power, subscribe. 80% of people watching my videos aren't subscribed yet. If you're ready to change your life instead of just consuming content, hit that subscribe button now. And tell me in the comments, which phrase feels more familiar to you? I need to be convenient, nice, or I don't owe anyone anything. So why do women become mean girls? Being a mean girl isn't a natural state. It's an adaptation, a way to survive in a world where weakness was punished. A woman isn't born tough, unbreakable, and emotionally distant. She becomes that way when she realizes the world doesn't accept her softness, doesn't protect her needs, and doesn't value her unless she fights for it. So what happens in childhood? If good girls were taught to please, mean girls learned that weakness is dangerous. Love won't protect them. Trusting others is a mistake. So here are the 3 core beliefs that create this pattern. Number 1, expressing emotions equals weakness. If I cry, they will mock me. If I'm happy, they'll shame me. If I open my heart, they'll betray me. The child shuts down. She doesn't stop feeling, but she learns to hide them. Belief number 2, if I comply, they'll take advantage of me. I gave away my toy, and instead of a thank you, they demanded more. I stepped back, and they saw me as someone to walk over. So the child realizes no one is coming to save me. She learns to be untouchable. And I believe number 3, controlling others equals survival. If I obey, they control me. If I fight back, they fear me. And if they fear me, I'm safe. So she makes a choice. Being feared is the only way to avoid being a victim. And that's how a woman stops wanting to be nice. She becomes strong, but at the cost of her softness. So how does this show up in real life? Example number 1, she doesn't ask, she demands. If I ask for attention directly, I'll be ignored. But if I start a fight, I'll be noticed. So her boyfriend forgets to buy her a gift. She doesn't say, oh, it hurts. She attacks. Her boyfriend doesn't call her back. She doesn't say she misses his support or something like that. She assumes I can't trust him anymore. And her internal message is, if I show you my vulnerability, you will devalue me, so I won't. Example number 2, she doesn't allow herself to have needs. I can do it myself. I don't need anyone. But deep inside, she's waiting for someone to see her, to prove that she doesn't have to fight for love. She's exhausted, but doesn't ask for help because she's afraid of looking weak. She craves support, but says, I'm fine. And so her internal message is, if I let someone take care of me, I lose control and feel pain again. Example number 3, she doesn't open up, she tests. If I've been betrayed before, so I'll beat betrayal to the punch. If you leave, that means I was right. So her boyfriend doesn't text back immediately. See, they're all the same. Her girlfriend doesn't take her side in a conversation. Oh, I knew I couldn't trust her. Her internal message is, I have to find betrayal before it finds me. Example number 4, she controls instead of feeling. If I relax, my world will collapse. So she's always busy. She can't just be. She doesn't allow herself pleasure because it feels unsafe. She's always analyzing, planning, predicting, because the world feels unpredictable to her. She wants to be strong, but instead of freedom, she lives in constant tension. So, how this forms in the body, energy, and subconscious mind? On the physical level, it's chronic tension in the shoulders, neck, and jaw. It's like, the hold it together syndrome. Also, it's a shallow breathing pattern or even breath holding, a way to suppress emotions. It's overreactive nervous system. Her body is always in fight mode. On an energetic level, it's a closed up upper center. I control my life, I am getting myself together, and no one can hurt me. It's also blocked lower center. I don't allow myself to feel because feeling is weakness. And her heart center is also shut down. If I let myself love, they will betray me. And on a subconscious level, it's all those thoughts, patterns, and beliefs patterns. If I allow myself to rest, I lose control. If I stop being strong, they will destroy me. Love is weakness, better to be feared than hurt. She believes she is in control, but in reality, it's her fear controlling her. And there is a deep illusion control equals safety. The real reason she became a mean girl, she chose control over trust. Control creates the illusion of power, but it destroys spontaneity and real connection. Control sort of protects from pain, but it isolates from genuine closeness. Control guarantees she won't be a victim, but turns her into a tyrant. She fights because she's afraid, but war doesn't create freedom. It only builds new walls where fear continues to hide. So if you always have to prove your strength, maybe you still don't fully believe in it? Think about it. So why being a mean girl isn't true strength? Being a mean girl isn't about freedom. It's just the flip side of the fear of being weak. A woman who has been devalued, betrayed, or rejected doesn't become strong. She becomes hardened. This is her way of ensuring she will never be a victim again. But instead of true freedom, she gets constant tension. Instead of love, she builds distance. She doesn't love, she conquers. She doesn't accept, she controls. She doesn't allow herself to be vulnerable because vulnerability once led to pain. So, how does this compensation form? First, her needs were ignored, so she decided she doesn't need anything from anyone. If I don't want anything, I can't be disappointed. She erases her desires so no one can devalue them. Of course, she can have goals and dreams and she can pursue them, but all by herself because she doesn't trust other people. Also, she was betrayed, so she learned not to trust. If I don't open up, I can't be hurt. She chooses to live with suspicion instead of risking real closeness. She wasn't heard, so she started shouting, "If I stay quiet, they won't notice me, so I'll be loud." She becomes aggressive to force people to acknowledge her. But here is the problem. If you don't allow yourself to have needs, they don't disappear. They just hide behind anger and loneliness. So how does this show up in real life? She attacks instead of expressing her feelings. So she doesn't say, "Oh, it hurts me when you don't support me." She says, "Do you even think about anyone but yourself? You're selfish." She doesn't ask, she forces. She won't say, "I would love more affection." She'll say, "You never appreciate me, but you should." She doesn't allow herself to receive. She devalues. She won't say, "Thank you for caring." She'll say, "Wow, finally you did something right, huh?" She doesn't allow herself to relax. She's always on guard. She can't just be in a relationship. She's always fighting. She can't simply enjoy life because she's always prepared for an attack. If you constantly have to prove your strength, it means you still don't fully believe in it. So really think about this phrase. It's so deep. So why this isn't strength but a trap? This isn't strength, it's exhaustion. This isn't freedom, it's running from yourself. This isn't protection, it's self-imposed isolation. She can't relax because tension holds her together. She can't trust because her past tells her that's dangerous. She can't just be because she always has to be strong. So true strength isn't about proving, it's about no longer needing to. So what is that true strength? The true strength isn't about control. True strength is about the freedom to be yourself. A woman who truly knows her worth doesn't play in extremes. She doesn't need to be either accommodating or tough. She doesn't search for ways to prove her strength because she simply has it. Being strong means not being afraid to be soft. Weakness is a myth. Being open, gentle, and loving doesn't make you weak. It means you are so strong that you don't need armor anymore. Being confident isn't about playing the cold, distant woman. True confidence doesn't need proof. A woman who knows her worth isn't afraid of betrayal, isn't afraid of being used. She doesn't build walls because she has nothing to hide. Being free means allowing yourself to have needs without fear. True freedom is knowing you have the right to ask, to desire, to allow yourself comfort and care without guilt, without fear of losing control. So here's an example. A woman who knows her worth doesn't fight. She doesn't try to prove she's better, doesn't force others to submit, doesn't demand, doesn't manipulate. She simply allows herself to be. She's free. True strength isn't about choosing between nice and cold. It's about choosing to be yourself without the mask. And you know what? This is the woman who receives the most love, the most support, and the most freedom. Not because she fights for it, but because she simply is. So what to do if this is you? If you recognize yourself in this video, it means you have a chance to change the script. There is a way out, but it's not where you've been looking. It's not in more strength, more independence, or more armor. Stop hiding your needs behind control. Ask directly. Don't manipulate. Don't play the untouchable role if what you really need is love. If you need warmth, say it. If you want someone to take care of you, allow it. If you feel exhausted, stop forcing yourself to push through. Control isn't strength. Strength is knowing that even if you let go, everything will be okay. Allow yourself to be imperfect. True confidence is not being afraid to be imperfect. You don't need to have all the answers. You don't need to be unshakable all the time. You don't need to prove that you never make mistakes. So when you allow yourself to be real, alive, and authentic, people don't fear you. They love you. So learn to open up without fear. You don't have to be either convenient or untouchable. You just have to be yourself. Accepting love is not weakness. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable is not losing. Relaxing doesn't mean losing power. You don't have to prove or fight anymore. You just can be. So mean girls get nothing either as good girls. Because true strength is not in the fight. It's in the freedom to be yourself. You can stay in this game if you want. Keep proving, controlling, protecting yourself, or you can make a different choice. Choose yourself. Choose ease. Choose a life where you no longer have to fight, justify, or hide your true desires. So what do you choose? If you're ready to free yourself from this role, write in the comments, "I'm done playing." This will be your first step, your first action, your first decision to be yourself. And if you want to know what's next, I'll see you in the next video.